So coming up this time, as we left Coober Peddy, we decided that instead of turning left and going down into the Ayres Peninsula, we might as well turn right and have a look at Ularu Ayres Rock. And you wonder, why am I filming horse poo? Liquid gold, because it was 16 bucks. And I tell you, the start of it, it's pretty steep. Wow, that is pretty awesome. So we've just pulled up about 40 odd k's north of Marla. Just thought we'd find a camp for the night. Just driving along, heaps of little roads coming off to the left mainly. There's no fence here, so I don't know if it's an unfenced property, or anyway, we'll just leave it as we found it. So I'll just finish setting a few bits and pieces up and go and get some mulga. Heaps of mulga here for firewood, which is great. That'll be awesome. Don't have to go very far. We'll just have a quick squiz. We're just on the edge of a little creek here, which doesn't have any water in it, of course. But anyway, I'll just have a quick squiz where we are. Not a bad little spot. So there's the little dirt road coming in. We're just a few metres off the edge of that, but we're, you know, probably 500 metres from the road, which is up there. And it's a good little, nice little flat spot we've got here. We could have gone up that road up there, but who knows where it goes. Might not be able to turn around with the van. Anyway, we'll finish getting set up, get a fire pit organised and get some firewood. Have some dinner, a couple of beers, and then get up and get to Ularu tomorrow. Time to get the fire going. Definitely no shortage of firewood around here, that is for sure. There is heaps. And it's pretty dry too. This stuff will go up very quickly. So going the old school ways. Just a bit of newspaper. Not that you can really get much newspaper these days. Ooh. Is it going to go? She'll go. This stuff will catch on and she'll be up roaring in a minute. Look at that. Nice dry kindling for you. Probably been sitting out here for years. So we've got the old King's fire pit here. I'm not a huge big fan of a lot of their products. Some of them are a bit how you going, but this fire pit actually works really, really well. And it's a fraction of the cost of some of the other ones. And another thing that I like with the King stuff too is I've got one of their toolkits, which is just a basic, well, there's quite a few things in it, just their little camping travelling toolkit, which comes in quite handy actually. It's got quite a few good little spanners and things in there. Their little crimp connectors and fuses aren't really that crash hot, but the sockets and spanners and screwdrivers come in very handy. Little hacksaw in there, some multis. I've thrown a breaker bar in there too because I don't really trust the old their little ratchet on the socket. I think that might break. So anyway, she's working like a treat, this sort of thing. And we like using the fire pit too to try and keep the heat off the ground. Just tends to keep you a bit warmer and burns like an absolute treat. Look at that. So tonight we are having some nice chicken schnitties. Maybe we might have a couple of moths in there as well. Look at that. Perfect. Pretty big. But don't quite fit. We'll get them to work. We'll get spun steel camp oven. The lid is actually a fry pan as well. And it's cooking away really nicely. These little babies are just cooking away absolutely perfectly. Look at that, they are going to be scrumptious. Nice butcher's chicken schnitties from Broken Hill, I do believe. They look pretty tasty. Can't wait, yummo. Well, I'll tell you what, doesn't get too much better than this. Cheers. How good is this, Sarah?
Great.
Living the dream, Barry, as they say. Nice chicken schnitty and salad under the belt. Nice cold beer. Not a breath of wind. No clouds. Can't really see any stars because I've got the old fire going. Not a person for as far as goodness knows. Miles. Well, good morning. Quick cuppa. Another beautiful morning. A little bit windy. The wind's a bit fresh. Coming straight through from the west, I do believe. That's where the sun is and that's the direction the wind's coming, so I'm assuming that's where it's coming from. Bit chilly. Anyway, hopefully it's not too much of a headwind because we definitely chew through the fuel when we got that headwind going. That's for sure. Get up to about 24 litres, 25 litres per 100. It's a killer. And when you work out how many Ks you got to go and then all of a sudden you're running out of fuel, it's not real good. Anyway, have this cuppa, quick bite to eat, and then we're heading to Ularu. Yoo-hoo, you beauty. Looking forward to that. Spend a couple of days out there, Olga's, then we'll go to Kings Canyon and then up through McDonald Ranges out to Alice. Cool. Well, we'll see you at Ularu, I guess. Well, here's something you might look at and go, yep, horse poo. There's a fair bit of it around. And you wonder, why am I filming horse poo? So obviously out here there's wild horses. And the funny thing is, and I've seen this down the Snowy Mountains with the Brumbies, they all crap in the same spot. And I'm not sure whether it's for the stallions to ward off other stallions saying, look at the pile of my shit, or whether it's to entice the mares to join the mob. But down the Snowy Mountains I've seen them 3 feet high, huge. So there's some old stuff there and then there's some more over here. So this must be the spot where they come and do their business. I'd like to see some. I don't know where they are, but they haven't come out yet. Anyway, fun fact for the morning. Check it out, we have the wild camel. But look, have a go at these babies. Oh look, they're all calling out to their little friends over there. Check it out, how cool is that? The old wild camels. So there's the Olgas up in front of us there and our first sight of Ularu. Cool. Woo. So we're at the downtown Ularu Ayres Rock Resort and they've got a whole heap of free different things on, which is really good. And we're just about to go and have a look at some stuff on some bush tucker. So that might be interesting. We can go and have a bit of a quick squeeze.
So again, most hunters would actually use this technique by chewing on the old bear salt bush and drinking a large glass of water, helping them balance out the electrolyte system on a very hot day as well. Yeah. Now you can mainly make a lot of bush breads out of anything. Most men would actually make a lot of their bush bread out of the spinifex grass. Now there are roughly about 4 species of spinifex growing around the Northern Territory area.
Yeah, the ugly. So the old bush tucker, that was pretty good. We learnt something, and look what we've got here. We've got a native fig, and apparently he was saying that the rule of thumb is the uglier the better, which meaning like it starts getting really old and ugly, then that's the time to eat it. You don't want to eat it when it's nice and fresh because it's too green. So you've got to get the black ones. Yeah, there's a black one there. See if we can reach it. See if I can reach it. Hang on. Let's see if we can get this and see what it's like. So we just grabbed the old native fig here. Have a go. See what it's like.
Yeah, but my nails are a bit awful.
I don't want any.
It's alright, a bit dry.
Alright, so we've got the little native fig here. I'll give it a bit of a taste and see how it goes. Not really that keen on it, but anyway. Actually tastes quite nice. That's really strange. Look at that. That's really nice. Yeah. That's really good. So one thing about the old resort here is they've got heaps of native plants, and this is another one that he was talking about. And this one here smells like chocolate, and it's actually used as a laxative. So don't go pigging out on that one. Here's the dining area in the hotel. And then we've got the bar area here. Looks really good. And it's just they got a buffet or something there, but no, it's pretty good. Just ordered a Stone and Wood Pacific Ale, so we'll sit outside and have one of those. Awesome. So I didn't really know anything about this joint, eh? The old Ayres Rock Resort. Just grabbed a beer. They got heaps of stuff on for free. Just did the bush tucker. Gonna do the didgeridoo. You're gonna do, what are you doing?
Oh, I was going to do the one that you don't want to do.
Oh, the cultural one. You're on at the same time.
I'll do the didgeridoo, and I might do the cultural one another day.
Okay. So we just thought we'd just kick back this afternoon and didn't realise there was so much here to do. It's unreal. All I've ever seen of the old Ayres Rock is Ayres Rock. Ularu, that's it. Nothing about the resort itself.
And this is totally run by Aboriginals.
Yeah, it's very
and
good.
all the money goes into education and training and the resort.
It's very, very good.
I'd like to do the bush yarns too.
The bush yarns, yeah.
And the guided garden walk. That's at 4 o'clock.
Guided garden walk, that'd be good because I'll show you all the different plants. I'm sure they'll show you some more bush tucker as well.
Yeah, they will. The seasonal local flora, bush foods and trees and medicines.
Oh, there you go. Well, we
We've
might
got to
do
go
that.
to the town square for that one.
All right. Well, sounds like a plan. Afternoon is chock-a-block full of entertainment.
It's a dry area, so you can eat one of these.
Oh yeah, the passes. You've got to have the pass.
Unless you're not allowed to drink.
Because it's the old Ularu's a dry area. And unless you've got the pass number.
Even free movies all day.
Free movies, there you go. All right, well, cheers. And we'll go and have a look at some art over at the gallery. See how that's going. See what that's like. And then didgeridoos. So one thing that I should probably mention is that the old pale ale, see the colour of it? Liquid gold, because it was 16 bucks. So it's expensive, that is for sure. I'll only be having one of these.
Back to the van.
Back to the van, that's it. But anyway, supporting all the local Aboriginals out here, I guess. I mean, for a resort that's out in the middle of nowhere like this for Ularu, you would imagine that it's going to be expensive. Oh well, that's what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, cheers. Tastes pretty good too. On tap, yum yum. So we're in September. Great time of the year to come because all the flowers are coming out. The native hibiscus, and this bottle brush here is just amazing. Look at the flowers in it. All these plants are really well looked after, that's for sure. So we're just in the gallery of Central Australia, another part of the resort here, and there's some pretty good art, that is for sure. Let's have a look at some of these paintings that we've got. So just driving along, having a leisurely, what is it, Saturday morning stroll, and you wouldn't believe what's just appeared in front of us. What the? It's Ayres Rock.
Ularu.
Ularu, where'd that come from?
Popped out of the ground to say hello.
I tell you what,
She's massive.
she is certainly very, very impressive, that is for sure. I mean, you always see when people come, but you've got to really get here to appreciate it. It's one of those things that, like a lot of things, the old video or telly or movies or whatever just doesn't really do it justice. And seeing this on telly or YouTube or wherever, it certainly does not do it justice. It is far, far, far more spectacular coming in and seeing it like that. It is so cool. Awesome. No wonder it is one of the most photographed things around and most visited tourist spots in Australia. She is a gem. Alright, let's get in there and get on the push bike, Sarah. You excited?
Yep. Should be good.
Absolutely frothing. Well, she certainly is a bit of an impressive looking little old rock, that baby, isn't it? Glad we sort of headed out in the morning too.
It's perfect weather for bike riding.
It is. Now we're talking. Right at the base of Ularu. And just over here we have a sign that says permanent closure. And I can see a track going up there. So that looks like we used to walk up it. And I tell you, the start of it, it's pretty steep. That is really steep. Anyway, it would have been good to walk it, but she's the sacred baby, so no more working on this thing. Alright, let's head round. Alright, heading off on the old 10k bike track. So we're just coming up to the southern tip up here, not far away, which apparently is the halfway mark. So we're on the, I guess the western side of it. Well, the halfway mark's the southern end, so we're southwest in the shade here because the sun's still over there. And she's looking pretty magnificent, that's for sure. Wow, that is very, very cool. So just walking into the waterhole. It's amazing how lush all these trees and everything are here. The old river red gums. So they must get a fair bit of water in here when it rains. That's for sure. They're thriving. There's heaps of them. Nice little spot to pull up out of the heat in the middle of summer, that's for sure. Wow, that is pretty awesome. The water must pour down here. Bit of water coming down because we had a little bit of rain the other night. What a nice funnel. Wow, just every time you go around the corner it just gets better and better.
Definitely changes a lot from each area.
It does. Definitely changes a lot. Look at it.
There's a little wave-like area back there.
So this part of the rock is called the kitchen cave. And this is where they used to grind up the seeds and make flour and things like that. So probably some of these little indentations in here were where they were grinding all the seeds. It's certainly a very cool structure. That is for sure. Look at it. Absolutely amazing. And down here somewhere, around here, there'd be places where they were grinding all the seeds out. So this little cave is where all the old people used to sit. And if you have a look at the roof, all the black is from the fires. And there's quite a bit of art over there too. And there's some up the back over there. Look at that. They would have been sitting in here for what, thousands of years, do you reckon, Sarah?
I'd say so.
Look at that. Wow. Amazing. Very, very, very cool. Well, just coming around the back side, coming towards the end of our little ride around Ularu. And that was pretty good, wasn't it?
It's awesome. Very much enjoyable.
I'd hate to do it on like a 35-degree day because they shut the joint down at 36 degrees. It'd be pretty hot.
Yeah.
Perfect weather for it. Not a cloud in the sky.
Not many crowds.
No, hardly anybody. It's great. Really good. So we'll head back to the cultural centre and have a bit of a look around. What was that?
Coffee.
Oh, coffee. Coffee. Have a bit of a look around at the cultural centre. So here we are back at the car park. So that's it. That's the end of the little ride. Well, I absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed that. That was just absolutely awesome.